Well, Vladimir Putin's critics say they believe he is the owner of this roughly 460-foot, $700 million mega-yacht known as Scheherazade. It has been called a mini-city with its multiple swimming pools, ballrooms, and even, you ready, gold toilet paper holders. Maria Bartiromo is the host of Sunday Morning Futures with Maria, and she joins us right now. Maria, if the yacht is his, which anti-Kremlin people say it is, the captain of the boat says it's not. What's the statement this makes, and what does it mean for the Russian people who can't get $10 out of an ATM?
Well, it's really disgusting, and I think, good morning to you, Trace. I think that the Russian people are looking at this and saying, well, how is it possible that he has this incredible, luxurious wealth and we can't make it paycheck to paycheck? And we continue to see wealth from Putin pretty much on display. He's been called the richest man in the world because anytime anybody makes money, a large, rich oligarch, he takes a piece of it. So this is just one of his boats. And I thought it was really interesting the way that the New York Post wrote it this morning, saying that this boat can also turn into a weapon because it can easily become a security for him. And it shoots. It also has an ability to shoot missiles from the yacht as well. So it's all in one for Vladimir Putin. We don't know. We don't have the confirmation that it's his yacht, but we do know that he is, if not the richest person in the world, one of the richest people in the world.
I want to go from that, Maria, to one of the other big deals in Russia now, the sanctions, because the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the oil and gas sanctions are now beginning to bite Russia. They write in part, quoting here, any decline of its energy industry could blunt one of Moscow's most potent geopolitical weapons. Long used to squeeze customers and pressure foreign governments, it is also a further blow for a beleaguered Russian economy. How important is that to Russia's war effort, this pinch?
Yeah, Trace, as you know, it's the most important lever to pull, and that is why so many people want more done in terms of cutting off Russian oil. The European Union relying 40% reliance on Russian gas. So that's one of the reasons that we haven't seen Germany and the rest of the EU be as tough as others are in terms of cutting off Russian oil, including the United States. This is a major point for the European economy, and this is going to have implications across the world. I'm already seeing analysts and economists take their expectations down for the Eurozone economy, and if we were to see a recession happen in the Eurozone as a result of this spike in oil and gas, it will very well impact the United States as well, given the earnings that are coming out of the Eurozone for American companies. One analyst who I like to look at her work a lot is Nancy Lazar from Piper Sandler, and she says that the Russia-Ukraine war and its resulting spike in energy prices is going to hit the Eurozone economy. She says the odds of the Eurozone recession with their manufacturing purchasing managers index is likely to drop, and the GDP will see a sharp decline. Make no mistake, if the Eurozone goes into recession, the U.S. is also going to either face recession or a massive slowdown, especially since you also have policy working against American companies. Yesterday, the climate agenda on full display when the Securities and Exchange Commission came out with new policies that they would like to push forward, proposals to force publicly traded companies to identify the climate risk. And that means emissions, not just in its own company, but the emissions that they see from customers, from advisors. And that has a lot of people worried about the impact on business. They call that the Scope 3 emissions, where you have to disclose all emissions, including those from suppliers and affiliates, as well as customers. So you've got a lot going on right here, and you've got the Federal Reserve raising interest rates in a slowing economy. It's all connected.
Which is
Trace.
of keen interest to a lot of people. Maria Bartiromo, great to see you as always. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.